Hi, and welcome to the first video blog for A Grateful Yogi. I'm excited to bring us a little further into the 21st century with a video blog, but I'll admit that it's for an old-fashioned reason, writer's block. I'm trying to put into words, and I've been trying for several weeks, to really put into words how I feel about Forrest Yoga. And I just haven't found the right words on the page to talk about how much it means to me and how the practice has changed my life in so many ways. I took my first Forrest class in January, and there's probably not that many people who will tell you that they took their first Forrest class with Anna Forrest, but she was at Back Bay, and I was dead set on seeing what was up with Forrest. I had had so many people in the community that I was practicing in who had either been Forrest trained or expressed a great interest in Forrest, and I thought, well, I'll just try it. And that winter morning, that snowy morning, was how my Forrest practice was born. And over the past 7 months, I have fallen deeper and deeper in love with the practice for a lot of reasons. I think that Forrest really gave me the tools that I needed to find my strength and to go deeper. One of the things that Forrest focuses on is breath. And while I had taken my practice to a pretty high level compared to where I started 2 years ago, I wasn't putting all the pieces together. And being in a class that made you focus on your breath and on healing and on making choices that were healing choices for your body, it really put yoga into a different perspective for me. I had come to that first Forrest class in January after being injured, overusing my body, and coming to a place where people were encouraging me to make a healing choice. And it's not, in Forrest, a healing choice is not sitting in child's pose. In fact, you will not find a lot of people in child's pose in Forrest. But it's about appropriately down leveling or doing the appropriate amount of work in a pose. And sometimes you have days when you're going to push yourself and it's going to be an awesome thing. And sometimes you have days where you're going to pull it back a little bit. Forrest gives you space to do all of that. I think that clearly one of the things that keeps me going to Forrest is that I find out more and more about myself. The biggest thing that Forrest has taught me is that I'm a strong person. And I'm sure I knew that before, but focusing on strength and personal discipline in strength and finding it in your body and in your soul and in your spirit, that's a really awesome connection. And being with my body in the way that Forrest demands has really helped me to hone that connection. And that's been vital, not just in my practice, but in my life. And being able to be empowered personally to know that I'm strong is an amazing thing, and something that I hope that everyone has a chance to experience. Forrest teachers are amazing at what they do. The vast majority, all Forrest teachers have been trained by Anna Forrest, and they have the same sense of softness in a difficult pose and finding space and possibility in things that seem impossible. That's what Forrest is about. And in that same way, Forrest teachers tell you what you need to hear, maybe not what you want to hear. They're very frank. I've been shocked, I guess, by how many of my Forrest teachers will just say what they feel. And that's speaking truth, and it's something we should all probably do a little bit more of. Sometimes I might wish it's a little more sugar-coated than it comes out, but it's healing and it's helpful. And the truth-speaking aspect of Forrest is something that I've grown to love, and something that has truly made me a better person and a better yogi. There is a time and a place for me to push myself. I'm kind of a type A, push it all the time. And having someone tell you to drop onto your knee or to get out of a pose because you're hurting yourself, the more people do that to me, the more I can make that choice in my own life when they're not there. So whether it's the breath or the strength or the people that are teaching, Forrest Yoga has changed this and this. And those two things working together have made a huge difference in my life. It's helped me to transition and move 3,000 miles away from my home. It's helped me to take on bigger and better responsibilities at the place I work. and it's helped me to be a better person in the world, a person that's more willing to accept the things that come and to greet them with a smile and with strength, knowing that I can deal with that. And that's what Forrest gives people, and I hope that if this inspires you, that maybe you'll go to forrestyoga.com, www.forrestyoga.com, and look for a teacher in your area or a studio and try it out. Give it a couple times. You could also read Fierce Medicine as a great first start. It's on his new book. It's available at most major stores and on Amazon.com. So thanks for listening. I hope you'll check a Forrest yoga class out in your area. And until then, take care and be grateful.